Hi everybody, my name is Jackie and I'm so happy to welcome you here today. I'm going to introduce you to Kommo CRM and demonstrate the product so you can see how it can change your business for the better and become your main assistant. Okay, let's go. Kommo CRM is business software that helps sales reps boost revenue. The idea behind it is to help you not lose a single lead. It does this by grabbing leads from across every channel and automatically progressing them through the sales pipeline so that you sell more. And best of all, it helps you to do it easily. According to several ratings in the US, including Finances Online, Software Advice, and G2 Crowd, Kommo CRM is recognized as one of the best solutions on the market for increasing sales. Today, we have tens of thousands of customers and more than 500,000 users. So what makes Kommo CRM special? With Kommo CRM, you can be sure that you're not losing leads because it captures all potential customers from across all your lead gen sources. Kommo CRM also completely supports you in managing relationships with each and every client. That way, you stay engaged with every single lead. No lead is forgotten about. No lead sits idle in your pipeline. Kommo CRM does this by optimizing task management, centralizing the history of and interactions with each client, making collaboration easy by providing built-in chat and other tools, and keeping you up to date with notifications. Kommo CRM also measures what you do with real-time statistics so that you can adapt your strategy and sell smarter. On top of all that, only Kommo CRM has digital pipeline. It's a unique automated pipeline that warms leads to progress them through the pipeline step by step. It also automates all those boring repetitive tasks like data entry. And as the lead moves through the pipeline, it triggers different actions like subscribing leads to your newsletter or showing them targeted ads on Facebook. Kommo CRM also helps you work with recurring purchases. You can work with repeat customers in a special customer pipeline. You can create different lists and product catalogs, and you can even automate with the digital customer pipeline. Lastly, we're committed to offering a CRM that fits your unique business needs. That's why we make customization easy. Kommo CRM comes with 24 official pre-built add-ons, and there's more than 100 third-party integrations available too. And for even deeper customization, there's an open API so your developers can build the perfect CRM. Now we'll go into the live demonstration part of the webinar so that you can see everything in practice. Let's start with the main interface in Kommo CRM, the sales pipeline. This is where all potential customers, also called leads, are gathered. To get started with the system, you need to determine the stages of your business's sales process and then customize your Kommo CRM sales pipeline to reflect them. You can edit and add stages easily. Here, I'll add the stage meeting. Now my pipeline's ready. Now I'll show you how to add new leads. First of all, you can just import your current clients from an Excel file. You can also add leads quickly by entering the info in the Quick Add field. But what about new leads in the future? For most businesses, leads come from email, calls, web forms on your website, and chat messages. The main problem is, with all these different channels, reps lose contact details or forget to write them down, and that means that they fail to follow up with potential customers. As a result, everyone loses. The company, because it invested money in advertising, and the client, because his or her expectations were not satisfied. But Kommo CRM eliminates these problems. The system automatically adds everyone who contacts the company, whether they call, email, or even write to you in Facebook Messenger. In fact, Kommo CRM has a special pre-pipeline stage just for these incoming leads. All you need to do is turn it on with the flip of a switch. And now all the leads will be added to the pre-pipeline stage called incoming leads, where they'll wait for you or one of your sales reps to approve them. This is really so important for businesses, so I want you to see it in action. Let's imagine a situation where a lead named Robbie Edwards sent an email to ask for some info. Well, we're in luck. Kommo CRM comes with excellent email integration, plus lead grabbing via email. Check out just how easy it is to plug in any email address to Kommo CRM. You can connect an email address from any provider to your Kommo CRM account, like Office 365 or even Outlook. All you need to do is enter your email, password, and then let the system access your account. Choose your privacy settings. And once you click Save, that's it. However, with a personal mailbox, you can also choose to grant access for individual email threads in certain client cards. By the way, over here we can create and save template emails, which you can access at any time that you write an email in Kommo CRM. Once I click on the Save button, all the messages in the email account will be imported. So now let's switch over to the pipeline. All the emails are now visible in the incoming leads column. To create a real lead from this request, all you have to do is click. Note that the system itself identifies and fills out the contact's information. In the lead card, you have contact details. You can also see all the contact info, and over here an email was saved. Now let's imagine a situation that a potential client does not write to you but calls instead. To make sure I receive all my phone calls in Kommo CRM, I should connect a telephony integration. I'll head over to the Settings tab and click on the Integration section. And I can choose from one of several providers. For example, Twilio, because I already have a registered account with them. It's very easy to connect this account to Kommo CRM. And after integration, the phone icon will appear in the lower left corner, just like this. Hey look, the phone is ringing. So whenever I see an incoming call, Kommo CRM asks me what I want to do. I can answer the call right here. I can talk, and after the conversation ends, Kommo CRM immediately suggests creating a new lead. But let's imagine that the sales rep forgot to create a lead when they hung up the phone. In that case, it immediately appears as an incoming lead, which we can either reject if it's spam or doesn't fit our target market, or alternatively accept to turn into a lead. If I accept, Kommo CRM creates a lead which will automatically contain the phone number and a recording of my first conversation. That means I can be sure that I won't miss a single call from any lead. The coolest part? Next time the client calls me, the system will already recognize the lead by their phone number and offer the right lead card. While on the phone, you can make notes, set the next task, and record the result of the conversation. And as we've seen, the main thing is that every email and every call will be logged and recorded in the client's card automatically. So the client can write to you or call you, but what if they submit a form on your website? Let's look at how to set up and work with Webforms in more detail. Kommo CRM lets you design sleek web forms for your website. They're very easy to make. You can customize your form, add fields, change the background, modify the fonts and colors, and you can even add your own logo. There are a lot of great options here, even adding entries to analytics. It's so easy that you don't even need a developer. Just copy and paste the code into your website and that's all. Your web form will display on your site and be integrated with Kommo CRM. So all new web form submissions will be sent directly to your pipeline. But we also created what we call the feedback button. This elegant button allows your website's visitors to choose a convenient way to connect with you via web form, Facebook, Telegram, Olark, or Viber. And once again, all submissions will be sent straight to Kommo CRM. Let's see how it works. Imagine a potential customer fills out the form on your site. They enter all of their data into the form, name, phone number, email, and then they hit submit. Let's see what happens inside of AMO CRM. The application was automatically added to incoming leads, and I can create a lead with one click and see all the information entered by the client saved in the lead card. Once AMO CRM is integrated with your website, you won't miss a single incoming lead from there. Before, you might have written a lead's contacts on a piece of paper and lost it, or just forgotten to add it to the system. But with AMO CRM, all requests are added automatically. Okay, but I want you to see another way that AMO CRM grabs leads, and that's via chat. Let's imagine that I want to connect Facebook Messenger. That way, anytime someone writes to me on Facebook, I'll see the chat in AMO CRM. All I need to do is log in. Then it's connected. So now let's imagine that one of my current clients is writing me a message in Facebook at this very moment. I refresh the page and bam! The message is visible in the incoming leads column, and I can answer it right here. If an incoming lead comes from a new client, I can create a new lead. Or if it's a question from an existing client, like this one, I can simply link the chat to the already existing lead. And look, all the conversations are added automatically to the profile. And tomorrow, if the client writes to me again from any of the linked accounts, we can still work together in the same lead card. It's super convenient considering that the modern consumer is connected across so many channels. But you know what else this means? It means that sales reps aren't forced to do clerical work anymore. In AMO CRM, leads are grabbed automatically from everywhere. This virtually eliminates the possibility of losing a lead on its way to the CRM, and it also means less data entry for you. But you know what? We completely forgot about business cards. How many business cards did you receive at your last conference? How many did you actually add to the CRM system? We have a fantastic solution for this, so let's take a look. So here I have the business card of Gerald Donovan, and I also have an iPhone, which has our mobile application installed. By the way, it's also available for Android too. Inside the AMO CRM app, just click the business card scanner and take a picture of Gerald's business card. The system takes a second to recognize the card. Then you can make some changes if necessary, and tap the Save button. Okay, but what happened in AMO CRM? You know, the mobile version is completely in sync with the web version. So when I open my screen, the new lead is sitting there waiting for me in the pipeline. All the information from the business card was added to the lead card. Name, company website. Super cool, right? It's an awesome tool that helps to make sure that all of your contacts get into AMO CRM. So no more forgotten stack of business cards. Okay, I want to show you one last way to grab leads, and it's my favorite, Facebook lead ads. If you're showing ads on Facebook for lead gen, you need this integration, because once someone clicks on your Facebook ad, they can submit their info, and guess where it's sent? Right to AMO CRM. Here's an example. Imagine that we're running an ad on Facebook that says, click here and get 10% off your next purchase. I want to make sure that everyone who clicks is added to the AMO CRM, so let's look how to set it up. Just head over to Digital Pipeline. Under the Incoming Leads column, we'll go down to Facebook Lead Ads and click the plus. Here, we'll choose our Businesses page and choose the right Facebook form. Next, you map the fields in the Facebook form straight to the fields in AMO CRM lead card. That way, all the leads info ends up in exactly the right field. Save, and that's it. It's an awesome way to hook up lead gen and lead management together. Now let's take a closer look at lead cards in detail. Let's move over to a pretend client's card. Every lead has a profile, which is also known as a lead card. It's divided into two parts. On the left part of the card, you can see all the info about the lead, plus contact details and statistics. This left side of the card can also be customized. You can add and edit fields or even groups of fields. On the right side is the feed. It contains the entire history of your relationship with the client, including all your interactions. Here you can see some correspondence, calls, emails, and even a conversation on Facebook. I can read and write emails here too. Calls are logged here, and you can replay the recording in just one click. Beneath the feed, there's a field where you can choose an activity. Let's add a task now. You can select the deadline and responsible user, choose the type of task, meeting or follow-up, or add a custom type, and you can also add a comment. Let's make this a task to call the client. Typical operations like this are done in a couple of clicks. You can take notes and even have discussions with colleagues about the lead, or chat with clients in the messenger of their choice. Since I want to have a call with the client, that will need to be scheduled. So let's write a follow-up message to her in Facebook and ask about her call availability. Notice how quickly everything works? That's very important for messages after all. You can chat with clients and other CRM users without any delays. But you're not working in a vacuum. You also need to connect with colleagues from other departments who don't use the CRM. Like for example, a marketing manager or an accountant. Well, with the help of the free users feature, they can also chat with you in the lead card. Just write to your colleague by email and they'll receive a message with an access link. Once they click it, they can access AMO CRM and you can work together. Let's imagine that I've got a question for the designer, Phil, about this lead. So I go to the lead card and all I need to do is write Phil's email address here. Then I'll ask him to send some examples of our previous work. Opens his email, he'll see a link. And when he clicks on it, he'll be sent to the lead card where the entire history of the transaction is visible and he can leave a message. That is just awesome for collaboration. You can communicate with clients and with each other in one place. You don't need to add anyone anywhere. No one needs to be registered. There are no restrictions. And by the way, you can always check to see who has access and if necessary, disconnect them. You can have as many chat participants as you need without restrictions, and adding free users doesn't cost a thing. But with all these messages flying back and forth, we wanted to make sure that you stay on top of what's going on. That's why AMO CRM also comes with a notification center. It's kind of like an inbox for fast-paced information. It tells you about incoming leads, notifies you of chat messages, and reminds you about upcoming and overdue tasks. Okay, let's zoom out of clients for a little bit and talk about the sales pipeline some more. First of all, we understand that a lot of businesses work with several very different target audiences or use several sales channels, maybe retail and wholesale, or goods and services. Those buyers go through different journeys on the way to purchase, so why put them in the same pipeline? With AMO CRM, you don't have to. You can create multiple sales pipelines and it's totally free. Adding a new pipeline is very simple. Just click on the plus, type in the name, and hit enter. Bam! New pipeline created. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now let's head over to an already prepared pipeline. Here you can see all my leads are already here. Some important stats are visible when you pull the little screen down here. The pipeline is divided into stages, and that gives a lot of visual information and makes it easy to work with. You can see all your leads laid out in front of you and drag and drop them to transfer them to another stage. You can also search and use filters. With one click, I could see all the leads without assigned tasks. Or in the search options, I can work with tags. You can add or remove them, and you can also find leads with the selected tag. Let's look for all the leads with the tag VIP client and also the tag development. With just a couple of clicks, I've got the right sample. You can also set up filters. Maybe you want to filter by date of creation, or by responsible user, or even by custom fields. For example, I created this custom field called website earlier to show you. So let's choose it. And voila, there it is. But there's another way to work with leads besides the sales pipeline. You can view the same leads in the form of a list, which is especially convenient for making bulk edits. For example, I can change the responsible user for the selected list of leads. I can also edit data here. Like if you want to change the company name, you can change it right here without leaving the window. Change the stage? No problem. So this feature saves a huge amount of time. Here you can also import or export. Just click More and select Import, and the system itself will determine how to work with your data. AMO CRM helps you sell more effectively by making sure that every potential customer is taken care of. No lead is left getting cold in your pipeline. This means that for every lead, there should be a task assigned. You don't have to go into every lead to check. Just look at the pipeline. Special markers signal where you should direct your attention. The task status of each lead is displayed as a yellow, green, or red circle. Yellow means that the lead has no assigned tasks. Red means that the task is overdue. And green means that the task must be performed today. The absence of a circle means that a task is planned, but for the future. You can work more closely with tasks through the Calendar tab. Here, you can see the calendar for different time periods. This section is especially useful for changing the timing of tasks. You can also view tasks as an agenda and as a to-do list. Each are good for different things. In one, you can see everything laid out in front of you, and in the other, you can make bulk edits easily. Speaking of having everything visible in front of you, let's head on over to the dashboard. Of course, for decision makers and sales managers, it's very important to monitor sales and keep your finger on the pulse of your sales department. So to do this, the dashboard displays all the main figures that matter to your business, from general stats to sales forecasting. Here, we can see how many leads are in what stage and our conversion rates. You can also check measures for the whole department or for individuals. You can customize the dash for yourself by moving, deleting, and adding your own widgets. To measure and track performance in more detail, we have a Stats tab, where it's possible to generate different reports in real time and do so using all kinds of advanced filter options. You can monitor the performance of each sales rep or team and measure the amount of incoming leads and see what happened to them at various sales stages. Then, based on all this data, the system displays the average lead life cycle in your pipeline, as well as a forecast of sales for the future period. And now I want to show you the most interesting thing about AMO CRM. Unlike other CRMs, our system can sell by itself. As soon as you add a lead to AMO CRM, the system starts to guide that prospect through the sales pipeline using a variety of digital tools. AMO CRM gently pushes the lead toward purchase, but how? Well, Digital Pipeline automatically nurtures leads and makes sure you follow up. It subscribes them to email campaigns. It shows them targeted digital ads. It sends emails. It adds tasks for sales reps and so much more. All of these are automatically triggered when the lead reaches the right sales stage. Think about it like this. Every sale boils down to having a lead in the sales pipeline and moving him or her forward from stage to stage. This usually means that the sales rep is frequently calling or writing to the lead. But with the help of Digital Pipeline, you stop drowning the prospect in unwanted emails and calls. You can track when your customer has visited your site and pick up the phone at exactly the right moment. It's really impressive, but maybe you think it's all too complicated and requires programming skills. The secret is you can do it yourself in just a few clicks. See for yourself just how simple it is. Okay, let's navigate to Digital Pipeline. Go to Leads and then click the gear icon. Here you can set up pre-planned scenarios of events for your sales cycle. First of all, I want to make sure that when leads move to the Send Proposal stage, they'll be sent to the prepared template email automatically. Next, I'll create a rule that says the prospect will be transferred to the next stage if he or she answers a call or calls me back. You know, it would also be helpful to show advertisements on Facebook to all clients who are in the initial contact stage. That will stimulate their interest and send them to my site for more information. Great. And also when the client reaches the stage of finalized contract, it's an ideal time to call them. Let's create a call client task, which will remind me automatically to call when the time is right. And something else. At the stage of closed won, I'll create a customer in the customer pipeline with the leads data. That way, we can continue working with the client to congratulate them on their birthday or send them special offers. Before leaving, don't forget to save everything we created. Speaking of all these automations, there's another cool one I want to tell you about. When you get a chat message from a new client, it's easy to forget to ask for their contact details. In AMO CRM, you can create a sales bot to help you out. SalesBot starts a dialogue with the client, learns the contact details, and adds them to the lead card. It's your assistant in communicating with clients and chats. So you see, it's easy to automate your entire sales process. And as you've seen, most of the work is done by AMO CRM. It's good for clients because it means you're not spamming them. And it's also good for you because it eliminates routine tasks so you can focus on closing the deal. It takes a few minutes to set up and think about, but it's totally worth it. During your trial, you can already set up Digital Pipeline and see how it boosts your productivity and sales. So far, we've talked about working with leads, but it's also important to think beyond one-time sales because it's even more profitable to sell again and again to current customers. In almost every business, it's important that the client returns. If your business is a beauty salon, maybe it's once a month. If it's an insurance company, perhaps it's once a year. If it's a cafe or restaurant, maybe every week or every few days. A lead moves through your pipeline and buys from you, but now what? Well, in AMO CRM, you have the opportunity to work with that client further in our other pipeline, the customer pipeline. So I'll head over to the customer section. You can see a pipeline here, but unlike the sales pipeline, it covers the repeat sales cycle. Similarly, customer cards look like lead cards, but they have a difference. They display an expected date of purchase. This is based on the frequency of their purchase. So as you see, in the pipeline, you can see how close each customer is to their next purchase. We can also set up Digital Pipeline to engage customers during the buying cycle. We can add different warming effects. For example, for all those who have recently made a purchase, they could be subscribed to your campaign. At another stage, we might show targeted advertisements. On the day of purchase, I could add a task for the manager to contact the client immediately. See? It's very simple. I can set up the whole process in just a few minutes. AMO CRM does literally everything to get your customer to keep buying. Now we'll show you how to work in the system if you're engaged in retail trade or use a large number of products or goods. In AMO CRM, there's a handy constructor for directories and lists. You can create your own catalogs and directories and choose the fields you need, add products, work with them, search, filter, and delete. Let's also take a quick look at integrations. AMO CRM is easily integrated with the major communication channels, email services, landing page builders, Webforms, and many others. It comes with a large number of ready-made integrations that you can set up in just minutes without the help of developers. With just a couple of clicks, we're on the integration page. AMO CRM is integrated with a huge number of other products that expand its capabilities. Telephony services, call tracking, email marketing, live chat, social networks, and more. In order to make your choice easier, we've made a rating of the widgets, which allows us to measure their quality and understand which are the most popular. Everything works without installing additional programs or hardware. It's enough to be registered in the right services. But if you don't find the widget you need, or if you want to modify the system to fit your business, you can contact our partners through the application on our website. Our partners can help you customize the system or modify it for your business needs. So as we showed you, AMO CRM can be integrated with many apps and many systems. The Open API allows developers to create integrations of any level and work with AMO CRM data as they like. Another important thing is that everything we've shown to you, you can also do with your phone or tablet. Our AMO CRM mobile application is available for iOS and Android, so you can work anywhere with internet access. You're not chained to your office. The app is synced automatically with the cloud, so you can see all your leads, their history, event feeds, customers, contacts, and tasks. You can easily make calls with one tap right from the lead card. And your AMO CRM contacts can also be synced with your phone's contact list. That means that you always have access to contact details, even without entering AMO CRM. This feature also gives you caller ID, so if a lead calls you, their details appear on the screen, and you can turn on your professionalism before you answer. Simply put, the mobile app liberates you to work in the field without worries. During a meeting with your client, all the necessary information is at your fingertips. You don't need a notebook anymore. This is very convenient if your sales reps are working outside the office and they don't have constant access to the computer, or it wouldn't be appropriate to lug around a laptop. Before we go, it's important to talk about access and security. You can set different access levels for different groups of users, or even for each employee individually. In the Users and Rights section, you can give full administrator access, or you can select different permissions separately and also set specific restrictions, such as prohibiting exporting data or deleting leads. Additional security settings are also available. For example, you can restrict account access to certain IP addresses. This would be useful if you want only IP addresses from your office to access your client base. Well, I think that about wraps it up. I want you to see just how useful the AMO CRM can be for your unique business needs. All you need to do is head over to amocrm.com and click the sign up button to start your 2-week trial for free. There are no obligations and you don't need a credit card. Just sign up and you're in. Our 2-week trial comes with full functionality and absolutely free expert help. Our specialists are available on the phone 24/7 to help you get started importing leads and contacts, setting up integrations, and more. Plus, we can onboard your entire team for free. Just ask. All you have to do is write to support@amocrm.com or contact us on the form on amocrm.com. So, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me in this webinar, and I hope you head on over to amocrm.com to sign up today. From the whole team over here at AMO CRM, have an awesome day and see you next time.